What up, world? It's your boy Doughboy John. I'm back with my review for WWE Elimination Chamber. Um, Overall, this match was it was cool. It was cool. It was pretty cool. Um, I know some people were like complaining about it, but it was pretty cool. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was definitely interesting though. It's definitely interesting. So let's go ahead and get down to it. Now, they added some stuff. Well, one match on the pre-show. The Viking Raiders against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Not nothing too big. Viking Raiders won, of course. Hawkins and Ryder had a little bit of offense, but I mean, it's the Viking Raiders. They got destroyed by the Viking Raiders. So, I mean, it's cool. I figure they, slide a quick little match in real quick. But yeah, getting into the show, it was Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. This was a really good match. This was a really good match. Drew Gulak was definitely giving it to Bryan, but it was definitely he came out the gate strong. I thought it was gonna be like one side a little bit with Bryan on top, but no, Gulak was in there and he stepped up and he showed a lot of people something, you know. But I mean, Daniel Bryan found a way, and it was a real good technical match between them. And Bryan ended the match with the yes lock, label lock, I think, whatever you want to call it. I call it the yes lock still, even though you don't say the shit to the label lock. But I think that's how he ended it. I'm not sure, but I know it was by submission though. I know it was by submission, but it was a good match and a great way to open the show. Real good, great way to open the show. I didn't think that would be first, but it was cool. Next was Andrade and Humberto Carrillo for the U.S. title. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but they won't let them. They won't put the strap on Humberto. Andrade rolled him up, surprise roll up, grabbed the tights, I believe, and pinned him. It was a real good back and forth match. Something I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a good back and forth because, you know, Humberto Carrillo doesn't really have that many bad matches. And Andrade is a beast, but I was hoping that they would put the strap on Humberto, but I guess not. So, Andrade's still the champion, and I guess we'll have to see what goes on from here. The first elimination match was the SmackDown Tag Team match, and of course, what I'm saying, Rude and Ziggler were last. Um, so it was them in the pod, Lucha House Party in the pod, Heavy Machinery, and Miz and Morrison in the pods. Uso, the New Day started the match, and at first, they didn't really do nothing. They just waited, and then House Party came out. Then it was Mrs. Morrison, I believe, came out. Then it was Heavy Machinery, and then finally Ziggler and Rude came out. Well, what was interesting was that Heavy Machinery was up for a minute, and then it was a couple seconds before Rude and Ziggler had to come out, and they was just waiting, like right by their pod, trying to pry it open, and they was trying to hold it back. But Miz Morrison got in the way, and then Rude and Ziggler finally came out, and this match was crazy. It had a lot of crazy spots. First off, shouts out to Lince Dorado. That mud was on top of the chamber, and he looked like he was about to do a leap. He freaking shot himself forward, did a shooting star press, and landed smack dab in the middle of everybody from the top of the chamber. That mud is high. I forget how high it is, but that mud, he was up there. That was crazy. Yo, man, this man Tucker did a flip from the top of the cage, on top of the pods, landing on a bunch of people. And oh man, shouts out to Otis because man, he was going out to Ziggler. He was going to I don't know if he was going to spear him or just bash him into to one of the pods, but Ziggler moved. He went through the pod, through the back of the pod, out to the ring, out to the outside. And yo, that was crazy, man. And then I remember like shortly after that, Tucker was looked at that, he was mad, but he got pinned. He got hit with a glorious DDT. And yeah, Heavy Machinery was eliminated. But first it was Lose Your House Party, I believe. They got eliminated first by Heavy Machinery, but then oh man, you could tell everybody was mad. Ziggler's beating the ass like, yeah, bye bye and all that. Get him out of here and all that. Then everybody teamed. Then New Day Usos teamed up and got rid of Ziggler and Rude, and that was cool. And then I left the Usos, Usos New Day and Mrs. Morrison. Now, what sucked was that I thought that they was go get let Heavy Machine win. Nah, but it was still cool because there's moments they was getting Mrs. Morrison getting jumped by everybody. Then one of the Usos was like, hold on. All right, let's go. And then they went back to stomping them, and then they ganged up on each other. And there was one moment, Kofi um, went for a splash or something. What was it? Went for a splash or something on top of the pot. He missed though, and then he got pinned by Mrs. Morrison. But yo, shouts out to the Usos though. They did frog splashes from the top of the pots. I know I keep saying cage, I get confused, but that's still crazy. But it ended up with Mrs. Morrison winning. They pinned the Usos by um Miz had was pinning one of them by the legs, and he put his legs up on the ropes for leverage, and then Morrison did like a little slam or whatever and held him by the legs, and so they got it. And then there's one moment where the Miz had one of them in the figure four leg lock, then Morrison hit him with the Starship Pain and pinned him, and that was crazy. But yeah, man, Miz Morrison still the champions. Um, I don't know how long this is gonna keep up, but I mean, I figured that they just got him. He's gonna let him run with it. I don't know what's gonna happen with that at WrestleMania. Who they'll face then? I don't know. Maybe the Usos, maybe New Day again, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But that was overall, it was a really good chamber match. Alistair Black and AJ Styles, no DQ. Styles had the OC. Let me tell you something. I'm waiting on them to push Alistair Black. Alistair Black is a beast. Now, granted, he came in there with it was one of his knees. I think it was his left one. But yeah, he was kind of limping a little bit, but he was still holding it down, still getting it. And at some point, of course, you knew that I thought it might have been over though before interference, because it's the OC. The OC was like right there, like Gallows and Anderson. So you knew they were gonna come in. Before that, he was getting some good shots in. He put Styles through a table. He was messing him up with a kendo stick. But there was one more where I thought he was gonna tap when Styles put him in the calf crusher, but nah. And then sooner or later down the match, said Gallows and Anderson got involved, hit him with a magic killer. They grabbed him and set him up as AJ was setting up for the phenomenal forearm. And then it happened. Boom! Lights went out. Boom! Lights went back on. Undertaker was sitting there choking both Gallows and Anderson. AJ was like, "Hey!" He tried to hit Undertaker. Undertaker caught him and chokeslammed him, and then disappeared, allowing Alistair Black to get the pin. I was very happy. I was very happy. That was what I thought they was gonna let AJ win, but nah, man. The Undertaker came in and what I'm saying, gave an assist to Alistair Black. Even the odds fucking with AJ some more. So, that definitely planted, it started, what I'm saying, back at Super Showdown. And, what I'm saying, it gave more momentum and gave, what I'm saying, let that seed between them grow. And I imagine that there's going to be a match. Well, actually, there is a match. I caught a little bit of Raw, and, Styles announced that, he wants him at WrestleMania. So I hope the Undertaker accepts. I'm sure he will. And I hope that he wins. But, I mean, You never know. Oh, we'll have to see. Next up was the Street Profits against Rollins and Murphy. This was a really good match. Oh man, the Street Profits, man, I love them, love them. And Rollins and Murphy, they definitely did the thing. What was cool was that they have was that AOP was out there before the match. They was looking all over the place for Owens because they knew Owens might have been there. And then at one point, Rollins distracted the referee and Profits got attacked by AOP. But then the Viking Raiders chased him off. And then out of nowhere, towards the end of the match, KO was walking out from the crowd with a bag of popcorn, just sitting there watching. He sat on the announce table. Seth got back. He threw some popcorn in Seth's face. A piece of popcorn got stuck in Seth's hair, and then he was just talking. And then Owens was like, mm. And then Angel Dawkins, oh my God, he out of a spear attack. He's talking the mess out of him. And then the Street Profits eventually got the win, and Owens came into the ring, stun Rollins, and poured popcorn all over Murphy. Oh man, that was so funny. But yes, the Profits retain. Thank God. I thought they were gonna pull the old switcheroo again, but nah, that was cool. Next up, the 3-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental title. For Strowman against Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro. I don't know how I feel about this. I thought that Strowman would retain, but obviously not. But I mean, I was a little confused, but they reminded me, whoever pinned or submitted the champion would get the belt. And would you believe it? Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion. Now, on the one hand, I'm like, he finally has a title in WWE. But on the main roster, because last time he was champion was back in NXT. He was the NXT champion. That was like years ago. On the one hand, I'm happy. On the second hand, I'm like, but he barely did anything. I mean, he got, what I'm saying? He got a little haluva kick. They did a little suplex and a haluva kick. He had a couple of quick, he didn't really do anything. So now I'm stuck here wondering how they're going to do this. Is he going to actually like compete more? Or like, is this little group with him, Cesaro, and Shinsuke, is that all going to break down and they're going to turn on him? Or is there going to be a rematch at Mania with Braun still involved? Because they kind of did Braun. They did Braun wrong. Like, he had like 2 months with the title. I'm pretty sure, at house shows he was defending it, but he never really got a proper defense with the title. But I mean, WWE's always been up and down about Braun. But I don't know. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was, bittersweet. Like, it was cool, but it was also kind of bad. Like, they kind of screwed Braun, but it's cool that Sammy won. So I don't know. But we'll just have to see. Next up was the main event, the Women's Elimination Chamber match, where the winner would face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Shayna Baszler, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan. We all knew it was gonna happen. Baszler won. Oh my God! Like, yo, man, shouts out to Natalya and Liv Morgan because they went through hell. I'm surprised that they just didn't let Shayna go in last or have her start out. But like, she destroyed everybody. She was like, let me see, the four. And they put her in a pod. She was like the fourth one. She was like the fourth one to go in. Man, minute she came out, she hit Sarah Logan with a move. I think it was like a destroyer. It was like the Dominator or something. It was it was like hit her with that move, kneed her, and then put her in the Coquina clutch. Was it I'm sorry, the Kirifuda clutch. Then she got eliminated. The same beat Liv Morgan. And she beat the snot. She beat the snot out of Natalya. Freaking slammed her to the pod. Had her right on the entrance of the pod. Was slamming the door on her. Then tapped her out. And oh my God, poor Liv Morgan. Why did you have to do Liv Morgan like that? Liv Morgan was, you know what I'm saying, she looked a little. Now, before, it was like Asuka came out last, and then Liv Morgan came out. But I just gotta say, WWE, what the hell is up with this little 5 minute interval thing? Like there were moments where it was just her, just Shayna, just walking around talking smack, looking at each other, intimidating everybody, and it was like, come on, just start the countdown. Like, it was a little boring, man. With that, like, I feel that, like, and I like the Royal Rumble. I like the Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble does it sometimes where if it's like a boring spot, like they'll immediately call somebody out, like they'll hasten the countdown. But no, they just let it just run and build, and no, it got boring. But oh my God, man, Liv came out. She got a little bit of offense. Then Shayna got her, slung her into the little chain link fence on the outside, and slammed her into the pot. Yo, she got slammed to that pot hard as hell. If she didn't have her hands up like that, she probably would have had concussion. That was how hard she got slammed into that pot. And I don't know what those are made of, like polyglass or something, but them, I can imagine them as hard as hell. And then she got put in the clutch and she got out. Then Oscar came out. They had a little back and forth. She put Shayna Baszler and Oscar out 2-3 times. And I legit thought that she was going to tap, but she broke out of it, of course, and got rid of Oscar. So it's official. Baszler and Lynch at Mania. I'm going to say it right now. Love Becky Lynch. Love her to death. I kind of want Baszler to win though, as long as it's a good match. As long as it's a good match, and Becky wins, it's fine. But we'll get to all that later when WrestleMania comes around. But yeah, all in all, a pay per view pretty good. Match of the night, it's gotta go to. This is a hard one. Um, oh man, match of the night. I'm gonna say. Uh, Um, profits, profits against Rollins and Murphy. That's match of the night. Even though Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak was close second, that was a really good match. It was a really good match, and the tag team match was pretty. Mm, uh, nah, I'm going with profits against Rollins and Murphy. That tag team elimination chamber match was a really good though. Out of the chamber matches, that one was really good. Because I mean, with the women, we all kind of knew that what was gonna happen with that one. But all in all, that was a good paper. If I had to rate it 1 out of 5, I'd give it a 3.5. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little boring, but it was pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, that is my review for the Elimination Chamber. What did y'all think, man? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. What did you guys think? Did you like the pay per view? Did you not like it? What was your match? Which match did you hate? Which match did you want to see, or did you want to have replace? A match. If you had to take a match out and put another match in, what would you do? Stuff like that. Let me know in the comments. And as usual, if you like my review, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell, most definitely. Um, and yeah, that's my review. Another video will be coming up soon. Cause I got some ideas about what else I can do besides wrestling stuff. I got a couple ideas going coming around, in my head, and I'll let y'all know about that later. But that's been my review for the Elimination Chamber. Next predictions and review, hopefully, will be for NXT Tampa Bay and then WrestleMania, which is about 2-3 weeks away, maybe 4 weeks. I think it's 4 weeks, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. I might do a review for 316 Raw. I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll definitely holler at y'all later. It's your boy Dope Boy Don. It's been real. It's been all right. I'll let y'all later. Peace.